Imagine working your entire life since you were a little girl, dreaming of becoming a singer and inspiring millions of people around the world. Every late night, every sacrifice, every performance, every practice session, every obstacle, it was leading to one incredible dream: to sing and inspire millions with your beautiful voice. And you finally achieve that dream and you become one of the most successful singers in the world. And then one evil person ruins that dream forever. This is the heartbreaking story of Selena Quintanilla. In this video, we're going to talk about the unbelievable details of her beautiful yet tragic life, and then we'll explore two powerful relationship lessons we can all learn from her story to better protect ourselves and have better relationships. Now let's get into it. Selena was killed by a woman named Yolanda Saldívar, who was Selena's employee and friend. She was the president of her fan club, helped manage Selena's boutiques, and became one of the people Selena trusted most. Over the years, many fans speculate that jealousy, obsession, and envy played a major role in Yolanda messing with Selena's life in multiple ways that we'll discuss. But before we do, let me tell you about Selena and why after 30 years since her death, people still love her. Selena just wasn't a singer. She became a global superstar. She spent her childhood chasing a dream that most people thought would be impossible for a small town girl to achieve. She wrote songs about love, heartbreak, hope, joy that connected millions of people. But what made people fall in love with Selena wasn't just her voice, it was her heart. Selena was known for staying after concerts to meet fans, to sign autographs, to take pictures, and to make people feel seen and have conversations with them. And many people who knew her often described her as being humble, funny, generous, and deeply devoted. Baby, she was the kind of person you couldn't help but root for. She was winning Grammy Awards, selling out concerts, opening successful clothing boutiques, and she released successful Spanish and English songs. One of my favorite, I'll be dreaming of you tonight till tomorrow. I'll be holding you tight. That's one of my favorite songs from her. And her future wasn't just bright, it looked unstoppable. But here's something I've noticed about success and successful people. It doesn't just attract opportunity, it attracts all kinds of people. Some people are inspired by your success. They celebrate you, they encourage you, and they genuinely want to see you win. Other evil people become fascinated by your life, so they want access to your world, your influence, your relationships, your finances, and everything you built to ruin it. And one of Selena's biggest admirers was Yolanda Saldívar. She started off as a fan who approached Selena's father about creating an official fan club for Selena because she admired Selena and wanted to have a space for her fans. And the idea was a success. And over time, Yolanda reportedly earned confidence slowly by slowly. And Yolanda became not just a fan anymore, but she became Selena's friend and got promoted to the president of Selena's fan club. And at first glance, this looks like the perfect relationship. Selena had someone who appeared trustworthy, organized, dependable, hardworking, and who seemed passionate about helping Selena succeed. But sometimes the people who earn the most access to our lives are also the people that we stop evaluating. We stop looking at red flags because we become comfortable. We stop asking important questions because we assume that just because they've been around for years that we should now permanently trust them. And baby, that was Selena's mistake. Think about how much access Yolanda had. Yolanda had access to Selena's businesses, important financial records, private conversations by being part of the family, and opportunities that millions of fans could only, dream of. This story isn't just about Selena and celebrities. This is about us too. One of the biggest mistakes that we can make is that believing danger always looks dangerous. Sometimes we think that bad people are obvious and that they announce themselves the moment they enter our lives. But no, most betrayals don't begin that way. They begin with trust. They begin with someone who seems dependable, loving, someone who volunteers to help you, solves your problems, someone that you become so familiar with that you stop paying attention to their character because we confuse proximity and closeness with integrity. And the hard lesson is that just because someone is close to you doesn't mean that they're good for you. Just because someone has access to your life doesn't mean that they deserve access. Some relationships are just a season, but sometimes we keep people around for an entire book when they were only supposed to be a chapter or two. Time doesn't prove character. Character proves character. Kind people like us often assume that everyone's heart works the same way as ours. And unfortunately, that's not true. We live in a cold, cold, evil world sometimes. And eventually, Yolanda's true intentions became apparent. Selena's family is the one who discovered Yolanda's true intentions. They noticed that a lot of money was missing from both the fan club and boutiques that Yolanda was managing. Yolanda was reportedly accused of missing funds, altering financial records, and many other deceptive, shady business practices. According to reports, she stole over $30,000, and this situation blew up. This wasn't just about money anymore, it was about trust. Imagine Selena finding out that someone she's defended, promoted, welcomed into her personal life, business, and considered a friend had been deceiving her this whole time. Money can be replaced and earned back, but broken trust is much harder to repair. And according to reports, Selena's family confronted Yolanda over these concerns, but Selena herself reportedly still believed that there was a way to resolve the situation peacefully because she saw Yolanda as a close family friend. And that's one of the reasons why this story becomes even more terrible and heartbreaking, because Selena went in with open arms. Selena wasn't preparing to meet an enemy. She was preparing to meet someone that she believed cared about her and that she could reason with. And according to reports, Selena went to meet Yolanda on March 31st, 1995 at a motel in Corpus Christi, Texas, because Selena wanted to see if these allegations were true and discuss business arrangements. And honestly, I wish she didn't go see this demon. I wish she got a lawyer instead and had her family and bodyguards with her, but she went alone, trying to fix the situation and give someone another chance. And one of her best traits of believing the best in people was used against her and ended up contributing to her downfall. When Selena and Yolanda met, a whole bunch of drama went down. There's a popular movie about her life that shows that Selena was screaming and crying and sad and betrayed. She was saying, how can you do stuff like this? How could you treat me like this? I trusted you. And, she walked away and was going to, remove Yolanda from her business and her life. And that's when Yolanda freaked out and then shot her with a gun. And Selena apparently ran out after being shot into the motel lobby trying to get help and told everyone that Yolanda shot her. And sadly, doctors tried to save her life. She really fought, but later that day, the world lost one of its brightest stars. She was only 23 years old at this time. 23. Just think about that. Most people are just beginning their life and dreams. She didn't even have kids yet. She just got married. And this evil witch ended her life out of jealousy, envy, and just evilness. Stuff like this just makes me angry. Selena had so much more life to be lived. Selena is still popular 30 years later, inspiring millions of her fans today with her amazing music. And she left us a lot of life lessons that we can learn to improve our lives. Lesson number 1, be careful who you trust. Notice I didn't say never trust people. I said be careful. Trust is one of the greatest gifts that we can give another human being, but it should always be earned through consistent character, not simply through I know them for a long time or convenience or because they're familiar. When people show shitty character, we get to access denied them, divorce their asses. That privilege gets to go. Because one of the greatest forms of self-love that we can have for ourselves is protecting our peace. Watch how the people in our lives treat other people. Watch how they respond when they hear the word no and when you set boundaries. Watch how they behave with money. Are they generous? Are they loving? Are they caring? Do they also have goals for themselves? Selena and Yolanda's friendship was very unequal and uneven. Selena's a superstar millionaire. Yolanda is a super fan who's fangirling out on her and is trying to drop her life to envelop her life into Selena's businesses. Weird. We get to have friends who have their own shit going on and aren't trying to benefit off of our success. Never listen to people's words. Listen to their actions. Actions speak louder than words. You've heard that saying before. And so we have to pay attention. And one of the things that made Selena so special also makes the story so heartbreaking. She believed in people. She gave people opportunities that didn't deserve it. She treated people with kindness. She saw the good in people. And don't get me wrong, but that's a beautiful quality. We can never let this kind-hearted character have us act delusional and ignoring shit that we should not be ignoring. Kindness without boundaries is stupid. Kindness paired with wisdom is powerful. We can have a huge heart and still have healthy boundaries. And that's what healthy love looks like. For example, there were lots of red flags leading up to the moment where Yolanda shot her. Little by little, Yolanda's character was being revealed. People started asking questions like, where's the money going? Where's the business records? Who is this woman? We get to ask these same questions in our friendships and relationships and assess, because we have to protect what we've worked so hard to build. And we have to protect our heart and our life. And even more importantly, we should never let people in our lives who are obsessed with us. Healthy admiration is good, but there's a difference between healthy and unhealthy admiration. And Yolanda was an example of the unhealthy kind. Healthy admiration is, I love your work, you inspire me, you motivate me to become my best version, and I'm gonna do that for myself. That's beautiful. Unhealthy admiration looks like, oh, I love your life, I wanna be a part of it. I love everything you're doing. I wanna be just like you. In fact, I wanna be with you. I wanna be a part of everything you do. Those are two different mindsets. One is inspired by our light and the other becomes consumed by our light, and we have to know the difference. We can only have healthy people in our life who have their own purpose, have their own identity, and they don't need to become you because they're too busy becoming the best version of themselves. Personally, I had an example of this a few months ago. Some girl came up to me at the club and she started complimenting me. At first I thought, oh, she's so sweet. She was saying compliments like, you're amazing, you're beautiful, you're gorgeous, but it just kept going. She was like, I wish I could live life in your skin and date as you and date all those hot guys that I know that you're attracting and have the light as you. And I was like, this is weird. At the time I was like, oh, that's so sweet, but girl, I was encouraging her. I was like, as you are, you can have the guys that you want, the dreams that you want, you can improve yourself. But no, she was just so adamant, like, it would be just such a dream to be you. And I was like, oh, something feels weird about that. And like, yeah, that is weird. She said she wanted to live life in my skin. Who says that? I just met you today. Boundaries are important and I've become very good at them. The second lesson we can learn for this is to watch jealousy and envy. Many fans speculate that Yolanda was jealous, obsessed, and envious, and that's why she did all this shit. Stole her money, enveloped herself in her life, and tried to take everything from her, including her life. Jealousy is one of the most dangerous emotions that a human being can carry, because jealousy doesn't just make people unhappy, it changes the way they see you and treat you. Instead of celebrating our success, people start comparing their lives with ours. Instead of being inspired by our gifts, they become resentful that they don't have it. And jealousy and envy, they're normal emotions. We all have them, but it depends on how you use those emotions. My mindset is, oh my God, they have something that I also want. I'm gonna work towards that. They inspire me. I'm gonna create that for myself. My own version of that. The unhealthy jealousy and envy is, I see what you have and I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna destroy it. I see your man, I'm gonna hit on your man and try to take him. I see your finances, I'm gonna steal from you. I see your confidence, oh, I'm gonna try to break down your confidence to bring you down to my level. And that's the type of people that we have to kick out. I had to kick out actually a whole bunch of people in my life recently, well, including my close friend of 7 years who has been jealous our whole friendship. And it was really hard, but it was an important thing I had to do for my future. And every one of you here has passion, purpose, and light. And so remember to protect it and kick out all the wrong people so that we can avoid crazy ass evil witches like Yolanda, okay? Comment below your thoughts on this story. Like, follow, and subscribe so you can see more of these videos, okay? Mwah.